Welcome to Takoyaki Party! Oh man, that was really loud. Anyway, welcome to Takoyaki Party. I am Osaka Joe. I'm here with DJ Soy Milk.
DJ Soy Milk!
Yo Soy Milk.
Yo Soy Soy Milk.
Yo Soy Milk. Okay. Damn dude, that's all the soys. We are an NMB based podcast. We just report news and happenings, and that's it. That's all we do. We don't have
We don't really have other lives.
Hey, I play lots of Dota and stuff.
I go on Tumblr.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Tumblr.
Dude.
This is episode 5, so like, if you're still here, then you probably know what we're doing. I don't know if we have to introduce anymore. No more rah-rah community speeches coming out of me.
Rah-rah.
Rah-rah.
Hats off. So yeah, our goals are to inform the international community about NMB.
Yes.
So, corrections from last time.
Alright. So, I thought Shikoku was pretty big. It's not very big.
It's really small.
And Miss Soy Milk is correct.
Haha.
It is the smallest of the 4 islands. The
Don't
4
even
major
challenge
islands
me on geography. I know like all the Japanese prefectures and where they are, because I'm obsessed with geography.
Okay, what are the 4 major islands of Japan?
Honshu, Kyushu, Shikoku, and Hokkaido.
Okay, but your pronunciation of Honshu is very suspect.
Honshu, whatever.
You said
Well,
you said Honshu. Sounds like Chinese, like
Yeah, it does. Sorry.
like some dynasty warriors up in.
I actually almost messed up because I have this bad habit of calling Hokkaido Sapporo because of the city, because it's
yeah.
That's kind of all that's there besides really pretty nature and hot springs and Ainu people.
Yeah,
So-
I totally get that because I'm like, oh, it's either Sapporo or Hokkaido.
And sometimes I accidentally call Kyushu Fukuoka and I'm like, oh, that's not it either.
No,
There are
I
other
don't do that.
cities.
Yeah, the other name for Fukuoka is Hakata,
Yeah.
not Kyushu.
Yeah.
Alright, welcome to Geography Lessons of the Takoyaki Party.
Yeah. Where's Takoyaki from? Osaka. That's the same place NMB is from.
Whoa!
Back to the main topic.
Okay,
Oh,
other
also-
corrections.
Yeah, last time we said Yuipon did not use.
Hey, don't say we, that's all you.
Sorry. I thought I misinterpreted her Google Plus, and I thought she said she didn't use 755, but she actually does.
Okay.
So good on you, Yuipon. Answering questions.
Or bad on you for using 755. Not a go-go.
On a go-go. Okay.
Alright, so let's move on to the first segment of our program. We are going to read some mail. Should we call it Tegami Tottande?
I like it.
I don't know.
Teppen Tegami. We do like Teppen Tegami.
That doesn't even make any... That makes less sense.
Whatever.
But, I don't know. Like, taking the letter sounds kind of forceful.
Yeah, we're literally taking your letters.
Oh.
And loving them.
Oh, well, that escalated quickly.
We appreciate the comments.
We do, and we say that because we didn't get that many comments this time around.
Maybe I was too bad. I'm sorry if I didn't read your full letter.
Yeah.
But like, I read it all before. It's just I'm not sure if I should read the whole thing aloud because it's not even like they're that long. I'm sorry. I just wasn't sure.
Well,
I'm sorry.
when
Please write to us.
When I read it, I try and think like, hey, how can I best present this letter? Because sometimes people write a lot of things that I don't think are necessary.
Wow.
At least for reading like out loud. You know, like,
Harsh.
hey, this is my life story. You know, I was born and raised in the mean streets of Compton. Like, yeah,
It means
like
comment.
when I read
Was
it,
born a poor black child.
hey, that's racist.
No, that's a movie reference.
Oh, okay.
That's a famous movie.
That's not racist. But
I
when
don't even know what it's called.
when I read a letter, like personally, I'm like, okay, I'll take in everything, right? Because it's like, oh, that's addressed to me. When I talk about it on the show, like I want it to get quick and direct to the point, not like what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So let's move on. We have 2 comments about favorite stages. Should I read the Tumblr one first?
Okay.
We got a message on Tumblr from an anonymous user said, regarding the topic of this week, which is what is your favorite stage, Oh, oops. Sentence ended there. I judge stages mostly on the songs. None of the stages that NMB have performed have really stood out. So this kind of breaks the rules to mention a stage that I want them to perform. I would like B2 to perform Ramune no Nomikata, which is K2's original stage. Elements of the stage can be easily modified to fit the team. The formation at the end of Kizashi can change to B2. That's true, actually. That would be really cool. Yep.
P.S. This is in the ask box because I want to remain unknown.
And you shall, because we don't know who you are. But that's a really good idea to have B2 do Kizashi.
Well, here's the thing, right? I don't know what Kizashi is. I don't know what Ramune no Nomikata is.
It's cute. But I don't like the stage in general. But I like Kizashi.
Well, I only watch like NMB stuff, like what they've performed. I think I've watched like a couple AKB shows and I was just completely lost. So SK is like even more out there.
It's K, as long as they don't do the puppy song in NMB, but they would.
But here's what I think, right? If you're gonna ask for a team to do another stage, why would you want them to do somebody else's stage? Why wouldn't you want them to do their own stage?
Well, it's because they don't have their own stage. We're going off what we have.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're gonna choose a new stage for B2, like, wouldn't you want to say, hey, like, I wish they got their own stage instead of, like, somebody else's stage?
Well, yeah, but come on, let's be realistic. Nobody's ever gonna get new stages.
Oh,
Team N was the last one.
I'm so sad.
I know, it's the truth, though.
And then Team N broke up. So sad. Oh my gosh.
Like, if you...
R.I.P.
Like, if you read, like, Aki P's comments, he's like, I'm 70% done with the Team S stage. I'm like, what does that even mean anymore? Like, nobody... It's all just a bunch of crap. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm frustrated. I really like original stages, so I'm just frustrated that we're never gonna get them.
Yeah.
Like, remember how, like, last Tokyo Dome, like, in 2013, they're like, this is the schedule for when every team gets a new stage, and then they're like, never mind.
Yeah, JK, LOL.
Anyway, moving along. So that was Tumblr.
So, I also think it's weird that you don't think this Anon doesn't think any of the stages that NMB has performed has stood out. So.
I think Team M really worked it with I Don't Know Yoake, but I don't like that stage.
Yeah, they did that stage for a long time.
Yeah, and the Anon did say that they judged based on songs. So, yeah, I don't really like the songs.
Well, what else would you judge it on? Like, you can't judge it on MCs. Those aren't really part of the
like the outfits
stage.
And the dances and stuff, and the expressions. But,
I
really like Saka Aguri. Shoot. Saka Aguri.
Yeah.
The one that Beast 2 is doing right now.
Yeah.
Originally K5 stage. I think the songs in that one are pretty good. Especially like the last medley before the encore. Like when the stage is actually supposed to end. But they always get an encore. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think it's a pretty good stage. So good job, B2. Nice pick.
You know what's funny is that what is it? I don't actually listen to the group songs. If I'm gonna listen to a song, I just skip to the unit songs. It's very rare that I'll listen to a group song.
Oh. For me, I kind of just like put it on as background noise and I go on Tumblr.
Yeah. Me,
I
get distracted. Too much stuff on my dual monitors.
Because it's like, I've seen like Takeshi Murata, shoot, I can't even say it, but I've seen that perform like a bajillion times, so I'm like, I don't need to see it again, but I can listen to it.
Oh, I just like seeing those, like, if there's a special person.
Like Amici.
No. As in, like...
No, she's special to you, though.
Okay, I guess.
Oshi bias.
Wait, what?
She's like number 2 Oshi for you, isn't she?
Oh, well, we could talk about that later.
Okay.
She's Kami waifu status, but
Kami waifu status? Don't even do that.
Why?
I get so mad at Kami waifu.
Why?
It's such a joke.
No, well, I say it because, like...
As a joke?
No, I say it because, like, if there was a person in NMB that I would go out with, it would be her.
But would she go out with you? Oh!
Probably not. Like, how's that a diss? I don't make any money. Or I do make money. Anyway.
I don't, because Takoyaki Party is my life.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh, like, I would watch, for example, like, if Iso Kanae substitutes, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Like, for Muriki's birthday stage, it was hers, Emichi, and it was Iso Kanae. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Like, those are when I'll, like, really watch the unit songs. Especially if there's, like, a cool sub. And then group songs I tend to skip unless it's a song that I particularly like, which is kind of rare.
Really?
Yeah.
Songs.
What's that one song? The Sakaagari song, the one where they all come out in those red outfits.
Oh, is that shoot? It's the one I like too.
That song.
Yeah. Oh crap. Oh, there's Hite no
There you
Requiem.
go, Hite no Requiem. Like I'll watch that song every once in a while because I like it.
It's a good song.
The last song of Sakaagari is really good.
To be continued?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that makes me.
But no, that gives me like original K feelings, so it makes me hurt because it can never be again.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch Original K, so.
You should. Everybody should.
Well, I can't. Now it's just completely different. So.
Oh, Yuko.
The climate has changed completely.
Mm. Anyway, we have another comment that we should really get to.
All right, so Zero Shiki wrote a comment on stage 48. He says, "Oh yeah, stages. I'll take the easy out and say Kokoten, which is the original end stage. But I'll say B2, Tadaima, and Aichu, primarily because it was the stage I got to watch the most, and it was fun seeing the girls basically grow up in front of your eyes. They weren't confident. They didn't know what they were doing half the time, but it was oh so much fun. Something can be said about building a team of only third gens, but they really gave off the vibe that they were all friends and it was a fun thing to do. I really like that. Also, Haru ga kurumade.
Oh, that's a good unit.
Yeah.
Good unit.
I think
A plus.
There were like 2 units that I really like from that Tadaima and Aichu.
You like Faint.
Dude, Faint is the best.
You like Faint.
Faint is the best.
I like the train station song, the one that's shoe centered. 7 or shoot, it's not even
like,
7.
Like Shichiji, Go.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that. I felt like it was a throwaway unit, so it was just like Shu and other people.
And others. I liked it when it was Team A because I liked Achan's voice in the song, I guess.
Oh.
She had like a really cutesy voice, and it was like, oh, this song is so cute. Like, have you read the lyrics? They're like adorable. The boy's like, it's our 20-minute date because they ride the train together, but she doesn't even look at him because she doesn't know he exists. He just like stares at her on the train, and it's adorable. Also kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was thinking.
But no, I don't picture it as like an old dude. I picture it as like a 13-year-old boy who's like having his like first crush on a girl, and the girl's like, "Who the heck are you?" It's just adorable.
It's like a 40-year-old man.
No, it's not like creepy. It's like some like train creeper, like, "Hey, little girl."
It's like,
anyway.
Well, time to move on to the girls only part.
Yeah, seriously.
What else was good about that stage? Well, I like Faint.
Everything.
Faint was like phenomenal, I think. Faint is like, I think it's one of those things where somebody's so good that they change the entire nature of the song.
Oh.
Some people say that about Haru ga Kurumade. I didn't see the original one.
He was pretty mellow.
Yeah. They were commenting that the original unit was really mature.
Yeah, it was mature.
And then,
it was 2 of the oldest girls.
Yeah, and then here we get Rinachi and Yuri. And so then it becomes a cute unit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, unit transformation, like the image that you get from the prior stage is completely different.
Yeah, what was the 4th unit in that stage?
Well, I think the 4th unit was Faint. The 3rd unit was Junai Crescendo.
Oh, I love that song. Oh my gosh. Takamina's voice was awesome in it. That was before Takamina changed her voice, so it was awesome.
Yeah, that was a really good... Well, like, see, this is the other bad part about doing another stage, because, like, okay, Emichi, Hako, and Murokana did it, right?
Yeah.
And it was good, but, like, how are you gonna beat No Sleeves, man?
Yeah, you can't. It's like... I don't know, you can't. And it's like, I remember when like Team B, like when they like did this second shuffle, like the Tokyo Dome one, they tried to do like Gomen ne Jewel, which is like my favorite Yuko unit, and they just like destroyed it. Like it was cute, and like Milky was in it, so I was like, Milky, you're so cute in this, but like everybody else was like really slow dancing. I'm like, this is like the peppiest song ever. Get dancing. Anyway.
So that's how I feel about Junai. Like it would have been good if we never saw No Sleeves, right? But now that they did it, like they have to live up to it, and they weren't.
Like you can't live up to Takamina's voice or Michan's voice,
and they weren't good enough to, or they didn't have a different enough image to transform it. Mm-hmm. Right? Then you look at Faint, right? Like Uka's so good at like super good at dancing.
Yeah.
And then Konomi is also really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then Anshu, I mean, she's pretty good, I guess, but like when she stands next to like Uka and Konomi, and it's just, well, I mean, she still pulled it off. It's still really good. The entire unit was really good. After I saw that unit, I became a fan of all three of the girls in there.
Wow.
So that's saying something.
Yeah, we've been talking for a long time. We still haven't gotten to news.
Okay.
Anyway, our topic for this week, if you want to send us mail, please, is what is your favorite original NMB outfit? So this could be from like a single, like I like the Zetsumetsu outfits or something, or it can be from a stage.
Yeah.
But only Team N stage, because it's the only original one.
Well,
or like coupling songs.
There's some like interesting costume changes. Like I was trying to find, like, for some reason I was really into the song Zannen Shoujo, maybe because I listened to like Idol no Yoake so many times. And there's a difference in costume, actually.
Yeah, they did change the costumes for NMB.
I like the original one better, but whatever. Okay, so that's the theme. Favorite outfit.
Go.
What's your favorite outfit?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, too many. Nagichi. No. I just had to do it. But no, it's not. I actually like the outfit. I like the virginity costumes, like the dresses with the pastel colors. I liked that. Yeah, the one that not the Christmas lights for Takane no Ringo. I wasn't really feeling that.
I like those like when they actually perform in it, but like when they take pictures in it.
Yeah. No thanks.
It's just like, yeah, give me back my Christmas lights.
Yeah. The one that's really memorable is Namekuji Heart. Namekuji Heart, do you know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, their outfits are like so pink and so fluffy and super memorable. And same with like Onu, Mirin's original unit.
Yeah.
It's like so fluffy and so bird looking. Like she totally reminds me of like a bird.
Well, you know they put on like a dress on their top too, so they have like two
dresses. It's like two dresses and it's super puffy. It's like, wow. This is fluff.
Okay, for me it would be the Kamonegi special outfits.
Oh, those are good.
Because they look really cool. I mean, they look like the hot outfits, which I liked, but then like Kamonegi's version is the upgraded version almost. They took it to the armor and they asked for that +1 upgrade. Anyway, whatever.
That's enough Dota.
So that wasn't Dota. Send us your comments.
Yeah. Time for news.
Outfit. Time for news. Okay, big news.
Big
Gigantic
news. Big news.
Milky won John Ken 2014.
Go Milks.
Go NMB 48.
Dairy.
I don't like this dairy call.
That's milk.
I know what it means. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying it sounds really funny. I remember we were talking to my friend. And
yeah.
We were talking to Shioka, and she was like, DJ Soy Milk wants my dairy pictures. I have no idea who she's talking about.
Oh!
I was like, what the heck? That sounds really mean.
Yeah, afterwards she's like, don't call her anything but Milky. She's nothing but Milky. Don't confuse me.
I don't even like saying Milky.
Really?
No. Like, I like saying Milky.
I like milks.
Because, I don't know, Milky is a texture, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
How can you call somebody a texture? Alright, so this is...
Anyway, so she won. Yeah, also, Azuma Yuki and Kotani Riho were in the top 16. So they get to be in a coupling song.
You know who else I forgot about?
Who?
Yuki-rin.
Oh yeah, shoot. She's NMB now. I'm sorry, Yuki-rin fans.
Don't worry, we all forget. She even forgets.
So she made it too.
So I think the top 15, or not the top 15, the first place is solo debut, right? And then the next 15 get their own song?
Right. So Milky isn't going to be in that coupling song. It's centered by Kojima Haruna, who got second.
Okay. So congrats to all of them for repping NMB. What did you think about the outfits?
Oh, I like them. Like poor Azuma Yuki. Like, okay, you've heard my beef on Sashi as a commentator, so I won't say it here. But Sashi's like, "What is her outfit?" And I'm like, "It's obviously rice." But nobody else seemed to get it either. Like even when I went on like the internet, everyone's like, "What is she wearing?" I'm like, "Am I the only one who sees it?" But yeah, she was rice, and I thought that was really cute.
Yeah, it was, I mean, because we probably know her, but if you didn't know her, like she has a rice character. Otherwise, she looks like a ghost or like, I don't know, cotton candy.
She's so fluffy looking.
You really like the word fluffy today.
Well, she's so like soft.
The word of the day is fluffy. Ah. What other
Right.
costumes did you enjoy?
I don't know, like.
I mean, there's the epic battle between Takamina.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Obviously, Sayane's costume was my favorite. I like how she came out carrying a giant okonomiyaki spatula flipper.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome of her. And did you notice how her shoulders were takoyakis?
I didn't notice. I think you
Oh.
pointed it out to me.
Oh, listeners, go and look at her outfit. The shoulders of her dress are tan colored and they're puffed out, and on the top they kind of look like they have sauce on top, and it's supposed to look like takoyaki. So it's really cute and really clever, and it's very cool of Sayane to do that.
I keep forgetting the name of that guy that they keep trying to imitate. I think his name is like Kuidamono or something.
I don't know.
Whatever. He's like an Osaka mascot or something. But she was dressed in those colors too.
Oh,
like, like the all-American colors,
yeah.
like the red, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also the colors of France and Thailand and like every other country that has red, white, and blue on their flag.
I don't know. Something about
Russia.
it seems American. Maybe because it's like the stripes are red and white.
Oh, yeah, because they were in stripes, yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Okay. I didn't know. Some people didn't know what Miruki's costume was like, or what it was supposed to be.
It was like Waruki, but like Osaka print. Osaka print. A leopard print.
There's a really old anime. Stupid Japanese accent. There's a really old anime called Urusei Yatsura. Do you know it?
No.
No? You know Ranma?
Yes.
Okay, and Inuyasha, right? Same author.
Oh, okay.
For this one. This one's really old, though. And so there's like some tiger chick.
Oh, that's who she was?
Yeah. That's who she was supposed to be.
Oh, I thought she was just doing like her Waruki outfit, but like extra Osaka-fied.
I think it was a combination of like that character plus the Waruki outfit.
Very cool. Go Milky. Show that otaku side.
Okay. In other
What else
news,
happened?
They canceled the pennant race. I know.
Thank goodness.
I know we were all looking forward to it because it made so much sense. They even brought in the math professor from like wherever, Yale, to explain it to us.
It was like the dumbest thing. I'm sorry. I could not support that.
I was just randomly thinking too, right? That kids they like idols, right? They like all the AKB groups.
Right.
And if they want to understand this, they have to watch a video with a math professor talk about sigmas and sums and factorials, and it's just like, I have no idea what the hell you were trying to do.
Yeah. So they canceled it. So that brings up the question, what's going to happen with Team M? Because Team M made that video where they were like stacking cups and stuff, and they're like, let's get to 480,000 views.
480,000. And
I'm really bad at saying numbers.
And they weren't stacking cups. I don't know if you saw Pitch Perfect.
They were like doing the cup thing.
Yeah. Did you see Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not stacking cups, it's just playing the cup.
Well, shoot. I'm sorry. I consider anything with cups stacking cups.
Okay. No, when I think of stacking cups, I think of how like they have the pyramid.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
have to rebuild it on the other one.
Yeah, they weren't doing that. They were playing with cups.
And they have that special mat so they know what their time is. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
I know.
Team M, like, one reason why I hated the pennant race is because Team M was always last, right? And no one cares if you're number one, because no one knew what was going on. But when you're the worst at something, it doesn't matter what it is. People will call you the worst.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Team M always had a problem because they were always being mocked for being last place. So that's why they did this Cups video. They did some other... They were trying to get into the Guinness Book of World Records, too.
Really?
I don't know what they were planning, but they were planning something. They were saying, we're going to try and look it up and see what we can do. So, like, Team M was the only one that did anything regarding the pennant race.
Yeah, they're the only ones who cared about the pennant race.
Because they were last. It's embarrassing. Yeah. And like, why would you embarrass the team like that?
It wasn't B2 like second to last.
Maybe.
It's just like, it was bad. Like, NMB was at like the very bottom. It's like, why is this necessary? Yeah. What are you proving? That Takamina and Paru are the most popular? Good job. You did it. It's like, I was so mad. But like, I love Takamina and Paru, so don't get me wrong.
Also, the goal with getting the 480,000 views for the Cups video was that if they got it, I think Momoko would do another theater.
Yeah, her Yuri theater.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Yuri, but maybe it would be. So, thank God. Good riddance to the pennant race.
What else happened this week?
Sayaka was on Utage, a music program.
So happy for her.
She got to play the guitar next to one of the singers from Chemistry.
And she also performed with Speed.
Yeah, she did.
Speed. But that was, she performed a Speed song with Sashi and Michan.
Yeah. The guitar thing, I think, was pretty cool. I think she wrote about it, and she said her mother was really happy that she was performing with Chemistry. I don't know if you know about Chemistry.
They're a band, I assume?
Yeah, well, I think, I'm not really too familiar, but I know that Chemistry, I think they were formed as part of, like, an American Idol type program.
Oh.
So it was just two guys. And they're a pretty popular group. They sing ballads and stuff. They're pretty good. I learned about them through Gundam Seed, which apparently is everyone's least favorite Gundam.
Oh.
Because they did like an intro song, I think, or an outro song,
or
something like that. Anyway, that's how I know about Chemistry. I kind of looked them up a bit. But if you want to see Sayaka perform, go ahead and check out Utage. I think there's a making of that broadcast this week.
Oh, cool. I saw a backstage picture that she posted on her G+, I think.
Yeah, with Machun, Sashi, and Michan.
Oh, okay.
I miss Machun.
Me too. What else happened this week? Speaking of singing, there was a karaoke special on YNN.
Yeah.
Chuba was on it. Chuba.
Did you watch it?
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't watch any of it?
Of course I didn't. Never watch anything on time.
Okay. Well, one of the problems is that, like, it was broadcast live. So it's not on the archives yet, which means there's no, like, fixed version. So basically any clips you see will be somebody who was, like, recording while they were watching.
Right.
So I checked out a few clips. If you watch it, you have to watch Rika's performance of a Hamasaki Ayumi song.
Oh.
I don't remember what it was, but it's just really freaking good.
I will check it out.
Like, it was better than Chuba.
Wow.
Chuba was good. She did an Ayaka song later. I didn't like her first song, whatever it was. It was okay. But, like, her Ayaka song was, like, also really good. And then everyone else kind of just went as expected. They weren't really bad, but they weren't, like, tear-inducingly good.
Oh, okay.
So they were all pretty good. Renapyeon wasn't really annoying.
Did she sing for reals?
Yeah, she sang for reals. Well, I mean, the songs I remember that she sang were Warupyeon.
Oh.
And Yokaze no Shiwaza.
Oh yeah, that's the Yuki-rin song.
Yeah. I saw.
Good for her.
I watched those. They're pretty good. I mean, not tear inducing like Rika and Chuba.
Yeah.
I expected better from Aika, sadly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if you saw the pictures.
With Momoka?
Yeah, with Momoka filming, like, all the sexual harassment. Like, oh, no. Can't do that, man.
No, you can't.
I mean, I guess it's Momoka, so it's okay or whatever, but I'm just like, oh, man, like, she could have sang well, but you threw her off her game. Momoka actually did pretty well. She sang, for her last song, she did Endless Story. I don't know if you know that song.
Cool. I like that song.
Yeah, from Ito Yuna. Or Yuna Ito. I don't know which one's first. But when you heard her sing, like, her voice wasn't that good, but she had really good pitch control, which I think is a lot harder to learn when you're trying to sing. I don't know if that made any sense to you.
Yes, kind of.
Okay, good. Move on for us.
Okay. So, Nogizaka went to NMB's handshake event and popped in and took pictures. So that's some cool idol-to-idol interaction if you're into cross-group interaction. Not much to report there, but if you see pictures floating around, that's what it is.
We'll put them on the show notes in case anyone's interested.
Yeah. Ayaba graduated from university.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Oh, I got trolled hard because I was reading Matomi. It's like, Ayaba announces her graduation. I'm like, what the heck? And I read it, and it's a Google Plus update. It says, well, my attendance was really good, and my grades were better than expected, so I'm on track to graduate. I'm like, oh, okay, ha ha ha, very funny.
Oh, so she didn't graduate, she's graduating.
Yes.
My apologies.
Or she's on track to graduate.
Yeah, good for her. Let's see, Milky, more Milky news. She was selected to be a representative for Katsuragi City in Nara. So, yay Milky getting more publicity.
Yeah, she needs more publicity, obviously.
Yeah, she's kind of falling behind Sayaka, but like not that bad. Like people still know her, but
No, actually, I was just trying to be sarcastic.
oh, okay. Well, no, well I keep reading
She won
that.
Jonkin. That's pretty.
Well, yeah,
good,
so she's fine now. But I kept reading people being like, "Oh, Sayane's like lapping her." I'm like, I think Milky's okay. So yay for Milky.
Mm. Oh, there's a Koi Suru fortune cookie video that she does with the Katsuragi City council or whatever.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, let's see what happened. Oh, for the tour, Team M and Team B2 had their final concerts of the tour. Team M's was in Kagawa, and they got lots of applause. Woohoo, Team M.
Did you read any of the details?
I saw lots of photos, and Renapyeon was always in the front of them because Kagawa is her hometown. I think we mentioned that last time.
Hometown is so important.
Yeah. So they were all doing the udon pose too, that Renapyeon is known for.
One of the unique things that they did is that they put the theater, Momoka likes doing theater things.
Yeah.
So they actually integrated in with all the songs.
Oh, okay.
So, after a song would play or in the middle of the song, they'd pause and then they'd act out a certain scene. So it's kind of like a musical.
Oh. That is pretty cool.
And one of the funny things, right, is in Zipper, right before they take off their clothes, they pause the song so they could do the theater and everyone started booing.
Really?
But probably a playful boo, not like, oh man, get off the stage.
Oh.
It's like, yeah. And then the picture I saw was of Momoka kissing Reinian.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Or Fujie-san.
Mm-hmm.
So finally the tsundere story comes to an end. So I heard that concert was actually really good. People are calling it a Kami-koen and stuff.
Oh wow. Well, the units were good. Nana and Ayaba was on piano, and her and Nana did Okuba, which is that old NMB song. Mm-hmm. They did Haruga Kurumade. This was Kushirobina and Yagara Fuko. Mm-hmm. So good unit, good duo. Zipper. Oh my goodness, Yuipon did Zipper.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic because I love Yuipon and I love when she gets to center things.
Also Murakami Ayaka.
Yeah. And Mao. There was Waripyeon. There was still Avocado Janeshi, which is in the last prom. Prom no Koibito. They did a Koibito. They did a smaller unit. It was 4 people. It was Anshu, Momoka, Airi, and Mira Arisa. What's her nickname? Aritan? Aririn, shoot. Who's Aritan? Maybe a different group. Anyway.
Somebody made up.
Anyway, so that was that. I think that's cool because I like that song, and it's kind of like an Ikemen unit. I wonder if they did it in Danso or something. Danso, let's dance. Oh, sorry.
What?
That's on AK Bingo. Have you ever watched AK Bingo?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, and there's the Danso segment, and then they always start with "Let's Danso."
Yeah, it sounds really bad in English. Well, it probably sounds really bad in Japanese.
Well, no, they actually say it in English. They say "Let's Danso" in English.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, because Japanese people don't really understand how bad it sounds.
Oh, yeah, shoot, this is what I meant to say. Well, I meant to say a lot of things. But there was a double encore for this concert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they had 7 encore songs. 7!
How many?
7!
So
usually
it's
encores are
5 plus 2?
Pretty much, yeah. So, because usually the encores are only 4 songs long. That's average encore. This was 7!
7. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why people really liked the concert. People were also saying that at the end, Momoko was crying.
Aww.
Because she was so happy or something, or because the concert was so good. Sayapie had a song too, right? Didn't she play the guitar?
Yeah, she did, shoot, it was on guitar. She did, Kokoro no Hashi Sofa with Reina.
Oh, yeah.
She was doing guitar.
Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Sayapie's really good. She's talented.
We talk so much about M for B2, all left out.
B2, I don't even, I didn't see a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah. I think the set list is mostly the same. The one I remember the most is probably... one thing that they added was a... what was that song? With
what was that song?
Ume-chan. The Dakishime...
Naruto?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, Dakishime ta Ikenai? Dakishime ta Ikenai.
It
was her center song.
Yeah,
it was when Ume-chan ranked 17th and she got to be center of Undergirls.
Yeah, it was that one. So
Dakishime ta Ikenai or something.
Okay. So she sang that song solo with Shu on the piano.
Yes. We finally got it out.
Yes. All right.
I'm liking this, like Sai playing guitar, like all these musicians appearing.
I know, right?
And then Shu on piano, Ayaba on piano, Sayaka obviously does her guitar thing. It's cool.
And people
Go
singing
NMB.
live. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna sing solo. Like, well, fine. Jeez.
Also speaking of concerts, you're stoked about this one. 4th anniversary concert.
Woo!
Woo! Cause why are you so excited about it?
I'm semi-stoked.
What do you mean semi-stoked? Don't even kid with me.
Because, okay, well, first of all, I think it's October 15th through 17th. No, 14th through 16th?
14 to 16. 14 to 16.
It was announced for a really small arena.
Yeah, but...
So...
You're not even
It
saying...
only fits 2,600 people.
And...
But that's also the week one of the weeks I'll be in Japan.
Woohoo!
So
Joe's gonna go see NMB!
I'm gonna apply. I don't have a lot of faith that I'm gonna be selected.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Oh, I hope so.
So that's exciting.
I mean, if you consider 3rd anniversary was in Osaka Joe Hall, which I think had a capacity of like 10,000.
Oh, wow.
And when I was there, it looked pretty packed. I think they sold every seat. So when you think about that, and you think about how there's only 2,600 spots, like, I really want to go. I mean, I really like small venues, so I'm like, oh god, I want to get this, but I don't know.
Fingers crossed. Everybody prayer circle for Joe.
Right.
I couldn't get it out. Anyway, what's this about trading cards? Trading cards are happening.
They released official trading cards.
Cool.
So now you can buy
Cool.
boxes of trading cards.
And your photos to match. You'll have so much fun spending money on NMB.
Oh yeah, man, like they need more of your money.
Pretty much.
There is a campaign.
Really?
Yeah,
For money?
not for money. If you get a certain signature, I think at a certain time, there's a serial code, and then you get an extra gift. So one of them would be like, there's 3 different or 4, I think. I only remember the 3 campaigns. There's an end campaign where you get like a signed item, which is like a teapot or something. Or
Okay.
some random household good.
Random goods.
I think Team M, or the M promotion, you get a separate card with a signature on it.
Oh, I thought you said car. I was like, what?
Yeah, no.
Card, okay.
No, it's not Price is Right. And then for the B campaign, you get like a signed shirt. And the shirt looks really cool.
I go for the shirt.
Well, I mean, each one is different. Each one's separate. It just depends what serial number you get when you get if you draw like a signed card.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like you could choose which one. I think there's only 64 winners for N and 64 winners for B, and then for M, I think there's like 2,400.
2,400.
Yeah, big difference.
Bringing the attention to M.
Well, I mean, they only get that signed card, so...
Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, in our news section, there are hints towards the next single. What are the hints?
Okay, so they scheduled Shinkigeki.
Which means...
You know Shinkigeki, right? The play that they always do on the single?
Oh!
Yeah, so they scheduled another one with NMB.
Very cool.
So people are like, hey, maybe there's a new single coming out, right? Also, if you read everybody's G+,
huh?
which you probably didn't because that takes up a lot of time. A lot of the team What's up?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. What happened on G+?
So a lot of the Team N members reported that they were all doing film or some sort of filming.
Oh, okay.
So people are thinking, hey, maybe there's another Team N song, or maybe there's some unit or something. Right?
Very cool.
And then a few weeks ago, maybe last week, I don't remember, but Ripopo was feeling kind of down. She's like, oh, like kuyashi, like I'm filled with a lot of regret. And people were like, huh, I wonder if that means she didn't make Senbatsu.
Oh, I wonder.
Which would be pretty sad because like she finally made it into the election. Like, why would you take her out of Senbatsu?
Yeah, true. Well, it's like poor Murashiga Anya.
Yeah.
Anyway, Anna, she got kicked out of HKT Senbatsu, but they're like, oh well, you're in NMB Senbatsu now, so it's okay. But it's like, what if she gets booted out of NMB Senbatsu too? Like, if Ripopo might go, Anna's definitely not her level of popularity.
Yeah.
At least in NMB world.
Well, we don't know. She just felt bad, and then Sayaka felt bad too for some reason. So people are really speculating. But it looks like we're gonna have a new single soon.
Yay!
So
Looking forward to it.
Get excited about that.
Yep.
That'll close out all the news.
Yay.
That's pretty long. I keep sidetracking us.
Dude, we're like 40 minutes in.
Yeah, but people like us.
I know, thanks.
I think. They want to hear us talk more for some reason.
Well, then let's do some more talk.
Okay.
In our Okonomi Talkie!
Talk.
E.
Talk.
E.
Talk. Okonomi Talk. You want to go first?
Sure.
Well, shouldn't we explain this section first?
Oh yeah, sorry. Do you want to explain it?
Anyway, we just pick a random topic that interests us. Something that happened usually in the recent weeks or something that's on our mind.
And then we talk about it.
Yeah.
So my topic of interest is Milky's birthday show, her Seitansai. It was super cute. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures, but they the fans made this thing called like the Milky Cafe, and it was adorable. And they had like a little menu, you said?
No,
like
no, I was just joking about the menu.
Oh, okay.
They brought the props from Ibiza Girl.
Oh, okay. That's cute. Because Milky's scene in Ibiza Girl was in the restaurant, right?
Yeah. She's the waitress.
Mm-hmm. So it was the Milky Cafe, and I thought that was cute. And they got her all the flowers, of course. And then she made her speech. And her speech was translated and posted on Takoyaki Party. Props to Joe. It's kind of funny. There were a lot of reblogs for that one, but there were actually some corrections that not very many people reblogged. So yeah, her speech, it seemed like it was hinting at graduation, which kind of made me interested, and that's why I wanted to talk about this. But, like, upon closer inspection, Joe realized it's not really.
No, I knew it wasn't, but, like, when I wrote the translation, like, I didn't consider the overall tone of the translation, right?
Oh, okay.
And then I also made the headline really sensationalist, like, oh, she's thinking about graduating. I'm like,
yeah,
in her lifetime.
In her lifetime, yeah. She pretty much said, I'm going to graduate one day, but until then, let's enjoy our time together. Yeah. But her speech was really, I don't know. I think Milky's well spoken. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm obviously not well spoken, but I think Milky is good with words, and when she makes speeches, especially her election speech, I was really impressed with how composed she was, given that she had just dropped from Senbatsu and was probably really like traumatizing.
She reminds me a lot of Koji Haru, where she's kind of ditzy. But
yeah,
if you follow along, it makes sense.
Yeah. But with Koji Haru, I get the feeling that like Koji Haru's clever, but she's not like smart. I don't know if that makes sense. But I feel like Milky is clever and smart. Like I don't know. I feel like Milky is like a step above Koji Haru. Okay. And she's playing everybody even harder.
I think she does seem pretty bright when she does those quiz shows.
Yeah. I think Milky. I always had the opinion that, I got the feeling that Milky was like really smart, and she's playing this character, but she's really like suckers.
Yeah, I could.
I love Milky. I love Milky. She's wonderful. Anyway, so
the thing with the cafe was that we have a friend named Nathan, and so for the cafe, they took the Nathan's hot dog logo and they put Milky's on it. You noticed that, right?
Yes, and we thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, especially because we have a friend named Nathan, and like he likes Milky.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned the menu because one time, like he always does this weird stuff to food for some reason.
Nathan?
Yeah. Well, I don't say he does weird stuff, but he ordered Ovaltine with boba.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Which is, I think it's hilarious. We went to a Chinese cafe and he ordered a ham and cheese sandwich.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
And then at my barbecue the other day, he put, I made smoked brisket and he put Japanese mayo on it.
Well, that sounds good though.
I'm like, man, what are you doing? I'm not saying it's bad, it's just really funny.
Don't judge people's food choices. Don't yuck their yum.
I'm just saying.
Don't yuck my yum.
Just saying.
Anyway, so we're just messing now. But yeah, so Milky had a nice little speech. Check it out. Also, she got a letter from her mom, and that was really pretty. Her mom was like, this is the story I wanted to share. Apparently when Milky was a kid, she would play outside a lot. Like, she was one of those kids who liked to be outdoors all the time. And she came home one day, and her mom took her clothes from the day to wash. And she goes to turn out the pockets, and she pulls out all these bugs. And there are bugs in both pockets. And she's like, Miyuki, what happened? Why are there all these bugs? And Milky is like, oh, I wanted to show them to you because I found them. And her mom's like, well, the bugs have lives too. You have to take them back. And then apparently Milky was so sad that she'd messed up the bugs' lives and that she'd ruin their lives because, they have their own bug things to do, that she ran back to the park or wherever it was and was crying and let the bugs go. I'm like, you poor child. That's super gross because I really hate bugs. Yeah. But I thought that was really cute.
Was that translated somewhere?
Yeah, it was on my Tumblr.
Okay.
where I spend the rest of my life.
So
anyway, that's my Okonomi talk for today. Milky is precious.
I was gonna say that's a good because I didn't want to. I just looked briefly at like all the letters, right? Because there's always a letter from another member. I think it was Mimichan this year, and then there's the mom's letter, and then there was her speech, and I'm like, I'll just translate one of them. Maybe I should translate the mom's letter because then everyone wouldn't panic.
So yeah, that was nice.
All right, so my topic is about Anshu because today she posted something really funny.
Was it about D&D? Not D&D.
What?
Sorry.
Dungeons and Dragons.
No, not D&D. Shoot.
Anyway, so she, for some reason, she's like, hey, you know all those pictures of the couples online when they post pictures of making out with girls? Like, what happens when they break up? Do they keep those pictures there?
What the heck? That's actually a good question.
Yeah, like, and Instagram too. It's like, oh man, and then what if you're celebrating with your with your partner who's different from like the one you made out with? Like, do you delete it or do you leave it there, or does it just magically go away?
Yeah, what the heck?
So,
that reminds me of this girl I knew who she was in like a week-long relationship, but she made like the biggest deal about it, and she had like a bajillion couple photos on her Instagram. And then he broke up with her, and she was like, I'm scared to delete them because it means it's over. I'm like, it was 7 days. Get your life together, please.
And then, she also said, if you broke up, but you don't want to tell anybody yet, like, do you still keep them up? I'm like, oh man, see, there we go.
Oh, that's a hard question. But usually if you break up with somebody, then you're, like, mad at them, or you don't want to be around them anymore, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, let's say you don't want to say that right away to friends, right? Like, you want to break it to them slowly. Like, do you just delete it? And you're just like, hey, man.
I don't know. It's like, if you don't want to associate yourself with somebody, then I think you should go to the appropriate lengths to do that and get rid of your pictures making up together. That's just my feeling.
So I thought that was really funny because Anchi posted that out of nowhere with no, like, prompting. And so a lot of people on Matome thought that was funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody was like, yeah, I saw Anshu on AKB48 show when she did the HKT walk around. Like, she did a tour of their concert.
Oh, cool.
And the guy on Matome is like, yeah, but there's something that's really black-hearted about her. And so this other guy posts, like, one of Anshu's blogs from, like, I think February or March. Somewhere around there.
Is it the earthquake one?
No, not the earthquake one. She talked about how she came back to Chiba, where she's originally from. And she's walking around. And then she said that when she left Chiba, like, she was actually bullied at school. And so when she left for Osaka, it was kind of like she was running away from the whole thing.
Oh.
And when she did, she deleted, like, everybody's contact information and stuff because she was, like, so distressed. And I'm like, oh man, now I feel really bad.
Poor Anshu.
I know, right? Like,
she seems...
Huh?
I mean, she seems to be doing okay now, but...
Like, you just think of her as a loud girl, and then, like, if you get annoyed, you're like, you don't want to tell her to shut up, but then, like, oh man, you get the feeling that people already told her that, and then you feel really bad.
Poor Anshu.
This got really somber.
Yeah. Takoyaki Party isn't a party right now.
Yeah, like Takoyaki, Kumbaya.
What the heck?
So, that's what I have to say about Anshu. That's my Okonomi talk.
That wraps it up.
Yeah, I'll leave out the other topic. That's kind of, I don't know. That's kind of frustrating. Like, the Anshu thing's kind of sad and funny at the same time because she's talking.
Oh, the thing about Yuppie.
Oh yeah. We should just leave that out. I think.
Let's leave that out. Maybe next time.
It'll you're feeling sad now. If I talk about Yuppie, you'll get really angry.
Just get mad. Yeah. Let's not talk about it. Anyway.
All right, no more Okonomi talk.
Now it's time for you say it this time.
Okay, it's time for Kini Naru, which also means to become a tree.
Yeah, it does actually. Shoot.
Oh, those classic puns. Kini Naru is our section where we talk about our favorite member and not our favorite member, our member of the week. And who is our member of the week?
This week it's Joe Eriko. Per recommendation.
Yay.
Thank you for writing letters.
Joe. Thanks for saying my name.
Oh. Okay, so let's get the vitals.
that joke's gonna get so old.
Yeah.
So Joe is 15 years old.
15?
I think her birthday is in November.
Is your birthday in November?
No, mine's in May.
Joe.
Getting old real fast. She considers herself a 4.25 generation member.
2.5.
Yeah, not 4.5, 4.25. 4.25 generation.
4.25.
She's from Hyogo.
Which is right next to Osaka.
Yeah.
To the west.
West? I thought it was east.
It's west.
All right. Correction for the next show.
Don't even challenge me on geography.
I thought it was south of Nara.
No, south of Nara, or shoot, Shiga is east of Nara. South of Nara is.
I thought Shiga was north.
It's like diagonal. It's like northeast from Osaka.
And west of Gifu.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we're so whatever. Anyway.
Whatever. I swear Hyogo is to the west of Osaka.
Hyogo's kind of what is it called?
Because Hyogo's where Kobe is. Kobe's in Hyogo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Look that up.
That changes everything. Hyogo's also known for being pretty countryside, pretty bumpy.
Yeah.
I forget who's from Hyogo. I think Eureka's from Hyogo, and somebody else is too.
My Kenkyusei Oshi Togo Sora was, but nobody knows who she is. So moving along.
Whatever. I want to say what's her face? Ueda Mide is from Hyogo also.
Oh, I always thought Akazawa Hono was from there too, but she graduated.
Yeah. So anyway, it's known for being pretty bumpkin, and it's also pretty far from Osaka. So
pretty bumpkin.
Yeah, I guess. Right?
Like the Goonies.
Boonies.
Shoot, the Boonies.
The Goonies. Yeah. All right. Thanks, anyway. Mikey. I think he likes it.
Momoka is from Hyogo.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's on Wiki 48. I made this page.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, it's pretty countryside, so.
Yeah.
She always used to complain about her really long commute to work at the NMB theater because it's like an hour and a half long or something.
Goodness.
So that's kind of important.
Yeah.
Now we can talk about Joe's rich history.
Yeah. Joe's probably one of the most interesting members in NMB if you're just going off drama.
A very storied individual.
Right. So for those who weren't around in 2012 or 11, Joe joined NMB as a second generation member, and she was immediately made the ace. And she was hailed as the once-in-a-lifetime idol that Matsui Jurina and Achan and Meru also are, so it's not really once in a lifetime.
Meru, really?
Yeah, Meru from HKT. She's the second coming of Matsui Jurina. That was her thing.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, so like Aki-P likes to label girls and like push them hardcore if he thinks they have what it takes to be an idol. And so he saw that in Joe, and he did that with Joe, because every group needs its hardcore push girl. And so they pushed her hard and fast. She was promoted to Team M with Original M, and she was center and like all this stuff.
Well, keep in mind that when she was a Kenkyusei, she got a solo performance at the AKB Seibu Dome concert.
Oh yeah, huh?
With Romance Kakurembo.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
Like, one, it's not an NMB concert; it's an AKB concert. Two, it's a Kenkyusei
from a sister group.
Yeah, and it's a solo. Like, wow, you know. So you could tell that's when the push started.
Yeah, and we'll post this in the show comments, but if you watch the performance, she's up on this really high balcony stage performing the song. So it's not just that she's doing a solo in front of a huge audience when she's just joined the group, but she's also like 20 meters in the air. So I'm sure she was not happy at the moment.
Well, she says she wasn't when they interviewed her. She's like, "Oh, I'm not nervous," you know.
Oh. Well, I'd be crying.
Well, you're not Joe.
Yeah.
Guess who is?
But speaking of crying though, Joe kind of did have a crybaby reputation. A bit.
Well, I mean, she was 12 or 13.
She was 12 when all of this was happening. She was 12 and 13. So it was hardcore. So yeah, she was in Senbatsu.
Yeah, she was immediately made into Senbatsu. She started with Oh My God. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but there was a huge Joe storyline, right? I think the video. They yelled at her and she left or something.
Yeah, and like in the video, they didn't really kick her off the team, but she got in like an argument or something and she left the team. It was like a soccer team.
Yeah.
And then like they're playing in like the big game and they're losing super bad. And then all of a sudden Joe's like walking down from the bleachers in her, like she has her cleats on and she has her uniform and she's like, I'm ready to play. Yeah. And she hops over the bleachers and she's like, put me in, coach. And then she goes and then they don't win the game in the end.
Well, I thought that's when they ended it, right?
They end with the cheerleading.
Oh, okay.
But the game ends and then afterwards like all the team is walking together and Sayaka's saying something, but I don't have the skills to understand what she's saying.
But they're all happy. They're like,
Yeah, they're all like, Joe's back.
So already from the start, you see this big, Joe's the Messiah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it came off as.
Yeah. And so she's in Senbatsu all the way up until virginity. After virginity, she graduated.
Sad.
She did a lot of work too. She was on Gainin' One. But you could tell the story because you liked it so much, and I forgot I wrote about it.
Yeah. See, this is back when I used to like hardcore creep on Joe's blog, like back in 2012. I discovered this story that he wrote that he doesn't remember writing, and it was about Gainin' One. They released a backstage video or like a making of video, and in the making of there was this scene where Joe couldn't remember her lines and she starts crying, and the girls are like, "Oh, Joe, stop crying," and Joe's like, "No, I want to die. I hate myself. Like I thought it would be better if I were dead." And it's like, apparently she was joking, right?
It's not that she's joking, it's just she's being overdramatic.
Yeah, she was
really crying, though, like...
Yeah, it was real tears, but it's like, even though she's being overdramatic, she's also 12 years old, so she might have meant it. Like, she might have actually been, like, really, really upset and just didn't know how to express it in a way that wouldn't be taken as a joke. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of pressure for her. Like, I remember reading this post on Tumblr, and it was a different scene of Joe crying in Gainin'. I don't know where they found it. But she was crying backstage, and then another member, I think it was like Rika or Ripopo or somebody, they're like, Joe, what's wrong? Like, do you want some cotton candy? Like, it's okay. She's like, yeah, okay. Because, like, Joe's thing is that she really likes cotton candy, and, like, it always makes her happy. But she was, like, so sad. I'm like, this girl's 12 years old. Can we give her a break?
I feel like she was 13 at the time, but it's not like that makes...
Sorry, 13.
It's not like that makes a huge difference at the time. 12, 13 is still pretty young.
Yeah.
So, people... widely believe that the reason she graduated is because there's way too much pressure on her. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it has any really real basis.
Yeah, but I remember... Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say that because she's always pushed, she was like Gori Oshi. Everybody, like people were being forced to like her, and then they really hated that. And then, mm-hmm. People do the whole I'm gonna buy handshake tickets to make fun of you thing. And
yeah, that did happen.
I was like, come on, man, she's 13.
I know. And I remember reading one of her last blogs where she talked about like how not ranking in the 2012 Senbatsu was like it really hurt her because she thought she would rank, and how her number one inspiration and idol and everything was Maeda Atsuko, and as you guys probably remember, Achan graduated in 2012 too. So Achan had just graduated. Joe didn't make it into the elections, and there was all this pressure on her. So there's all this pressure, and like everything seemed to be crumbling around her, probably. Yeah. So that's kind of what the widely accepted theory of why she left the group. But when she left, she did promise to come back. Yeah. And as you can see, she did.
Yeah. She said she left because of school. Yeah. Obviously,
but that's what they all say.
Obviously, it didn't pan out. So last year, 3rd anniversary concert, last day, she comes it's like, oh, we got a special announcement. And somebody comes through the back, and like my friend was there, and he was like, "Oh, who's that? It looks like Achan. I'm like, why is Achan here?" No, it wasn't Achan. It was actually Joe. Joe came back 3rd anniversary. Everybody went hysterical. Oh,
yeah, pretty much. And it was mixed reactions too. Some people like saying, "I can't believe she's back. Like, what are they gonna do now?" Because Fuchan was like because that was when like Fuchan had finally like established herself as Team M ace and center and stuff. Yeah. And they're like, so they're just gonna like push Fuchan back again? Like, that's not fair. We like Fuchan more. And there were other people like, yeah, Joe, finally!
Yeah, some of the reaction, like when they pan through like the members, is like really confusing. Like you see Mutaki, she's just like waving, like, yay, my buddy's back. Yeah. And then who else is there? Like Ayaba or Murakami Ayaka was like crying, like mega hard. Or she wasn't crying, but like you could see like her face is like turning red and like tears coming down. Oh man. So Joe came back, 3rd anniversary. They said she passed a special audition and will return as a Kenkyusei.
So that happened.
And guess where she is now?
Still a Kenkyusei.
Still a Kenkyusei.
But but the cool thing is that it's completely her choice, because at the Zaisokaku, the big shuffle that happened earlier this year, Joe was promoted to Team M, but she refused to go. Yeah. She turned it down.
She was really like going back and forth. If you read her Google Plus, first she was like, yeah, like I don't want to go because, what about all the other people that worked really hard, that have been working really hard, like Yumin and Hiroyin. It's like, how come you're not going to promote them? And stuff like that. So that was first. Then she said like, oh, I can't let the haters get me down. Like, I think I'll take this thing. Like, it's going to happen anyway, right? Like, I'm going to have to stand up on stage. And in the end, she didn't take it.
Yeah, but I'm glad she didn't because I think as a Kenkyusei, she's grown as a person instead of growing as an idol, if that makes sense.
It's a little bit of both, actually.
Yeah, that's true. But I see a lot of new maturity in her, and I think that also because it's like, she's 15 now instead of 12 and 13. But so she's older. But I don't know. It's just the way she talks, and like you said, the recent thing that happened with the birthday show.
Well, I wanted to get to that later. I wanted to talk about like who she is now. Right? Because she changed a lot.
Right. Sorry, skipping too far.
Yeah, you're getting excited. Joe makes everyone excited.
Anyway, I can't hear you. Maybe it's just me. Oh, no, I hear you.
Okay.
Cool.
So her Oshimen actually is Yamamoto Sayaka.
Yes.
If you saw Gainin 3, they filmed like a little clip where she like totally hugged her and like assaulted her on the sofa, and she took that picture, or she like screen capped it, and she made it her banner on Google Plus.
Oh, that's cute.
So there's that. Achan, of course, is her inspiration. She wanted to be like Achan. She kind of looked like her when she debuted. She's close to a lot of Kenkyusei now, which I think is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of the questions that always pops up is how's she doing with the old second gen? Like, is she still friends with them or not?
And it's hard to say.
Yeah, like I feel like everybody, like when she posts an update on Google Plus, they're always trying to probe this. Is she friends with this person? So I don't know what's going on. But I can say that she's close with Yumin, who's the second gen Kenkyusei.
Mm-hmm. She's close with the second gens who are still in the Kenkyusei.
Except for Miki, because we don't know.
Nobody's close with Miki.
That's so weird.
Anyway.
So she's close with Yumin, she's close with Yurin. She's really good friends with Natsu. If you watched Natsu's birthday stage, like they did a little thing at the end, and I'm just like, I don't know why they hung out, but apparently they're good friends. She hung out a lot with Rachel.
Nakano Reina.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Ayatine.
And Ayatine was like the first Kenkyusei that she really grabbed onto.
Yeah.
Like, she would just not stop talking about her.
Yeah, that's Morita Ayaka.
Yeah. Who looks like a Yankee. So at first you're just like, hey man, they have like such different personalities. Like, I guess they get along. So
yeah.
So that's actually pretty interesting when you consider, it's the second gen Ace is coming back as like a 4.25 gen or whatever. That you have to kind of be humble and step down if you want to get along with with Yumin and stuff. Like, you entered at the same time as Yumin, and you were the chosen one.
Yeah. But I think she did a good job of it. Like, she doesn't act like, oh, I'm so much better than them. She acts like, I'm one of them, I'm a Kenkyusei, I'm gonna act like it.
Well, I mean, you have to, right? You have to be humble, like, if
you
want to win everybody's support.
And so she's grown that way. She knows how to be humble.
Yeah. So, now you can get to recent happenings.
Okay, so thinking of knowing how to be humble, so as you guys probably know, the Kenkyusei only have 11 members, or is it 12? 12 members. So whenever they perform a stage, they need to take 4 extra members from the promoted teams. So usually when they do that, the 4 members that come over from like Team N or Team whatever, they get the good positions in the stage. They kind of because I guess in management eyes, and it kind of makes sense, is that it would be weird to treat a promoted member as if she were just like a backup for the Kenkyusei.
Well,
like I don't
it's
personally,
also like learning positions and stuff. Like,
yeah,
you'd rather have them learn one position instead of, the Kenkyusei have lots of time; they can learn many positions.
Yeah. So there's all that, and so usually you see them being centers, the girls that come over, or at least good positions. And when it was whose birthday was it? Was it Natsu's birthday? Yeah, it was Natsu's birthday. They had to bring in 4 more members, like they always do, but Joe realized like, hey, this is like a birthday show, and it's important that the Kenkyusei are present for the birthday show because we're the ones who are like best buddies with Natsu. So she's like, okay, fine. Instead of me being the center, because Joe's usually the center for the Kenkyusei stage, she's like, I'll take the very last position, the 16th spot, like way in the back corner. So that way somebody else can have their time to shine, and we can have more Kenkyusei shine and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that the members that are coming in don't kick the Kenkyusei even farther back. She's like, I'll be the farthest.
Yeah.
She still centered her, the Ame no Dobutsu, but For all the other positions, she was 16.
So that was pretty mature of her to do.
Yeah, I mean, it really shows how she stepped up. Like, again, when she debuted, everyone's like, "Oh, she's the next Achan," right? No one will say like, "Oh, that's the next Takamina," but like because of these like new leadership angles, I guess it's like really cool. I think like it's a unique growth. You wouldn't have expected this from like like Joe version 1.
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
So,
Joe version 1 was very babied by other members and by staff.
Yeah.
And she cried a lot, and she was really cute and bubbly and kiddish, so yeah.
Yeah, now version 2 is like stepping up, making the calls, making the plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like. It's kind of hard to see where she's gonna go, as far as like, because she's still a Kenkyusei, right? And
Mm-hmm. It's like what are they gonna put her in? Which team? I think they're gonna put her in Team N.
I want her to be in Team N because I think she's one of the only Kenkyusei that can pull it off. The other one would be Rachel.
Rachel would be good
because she actually does substitute for Nandamon Rai, and I think that's the hardest unit to actually substitute for. I still think it's like so awful with the new N girls.
Oh.
But it's more than like what team is she gonna go on to. I want to see her in N, but also like how is she gonna fit into the master plan, right? Because everyone's saying the next gen of NMB is gonna be Miru, like centered by Miru, Fuchan, and Nagisa, right? Those are the next three, the top three second gens. And it's like, well, what about Joe, right?
Well, yeah, it's not just Joe, but like Aika, Yuri. Yuri's really cute.
I mean, like, because Joe was that.
Yeah, Joe was supposed to be the next Cyanide Milky.
And then now it feels like her development's kind of stunted, at least as far as like her progress in NMB. So it's kind of interesting to see what they're gonna do with her. I mean, to me, like I see her, I think she's really talented. I think she's like a really good team player.
She is.
And it's gonna be really tough to find a spot for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Like, where is she gonna go? How are people gonna feel about it?
I feel like there's room for her in N though, because I think N is lacking that second cutesy center type. Cause you know how with Team N you have Sayaka and Yukirin as the centers, but Yuki is never there. So we have like Kei or Ripopo or Akarin stepping up, but none of them have that really cutesy image. Like, I mean, Akarin's pretty close, but I think because they're all kind of the same age range. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Where Joe could be the younger angle that might help balance the team in a way.
Yeah, I think she's also like, I think that would be a good unit to put, or just in general, like a good stage to put her in. If she can do it, it would be really good. What else is new about Joe? Well, she was also on the daytime drama recently.
Yeah. Oh, but then did you read her blog about that? Because she was like, people are saying that I only got into the drama because, I'm Gori Oshi and management's trying to make everybody like me, but I actually auditioned for that and I got the part because of an audition. So she's pretty much like, haters gonna hate. Yeah. I thought that was cool of her.
Well, I mean, like, a lot of people said that about a lot of, like, things where they auditioned. For example, gosh, way back when. Mitsumune Kaoru.
What was it?
You remember her?
Oh, Mitsumune Kaoru, that poor girl.
Yeah, like, people,
so bad for her.
Like, she looked pretty good, right? So some of the ad agencies called for her, and so she'd appear in a commercial with like Achan and Yuko, and people were like, "What the heck's she doing there? Like, stop pushing her so much." And it's like, well, they want her. Like, what can we do about it?
Yeah, it's like it's not her fault. She's like really good at modeling. Sorry.
Yeah.
Suck it up.
And she got like a solo movie, and people were like, "Come on, man! Like, why don't you get a solo movie for other people?" It's like, well, then make them earn it.
They didn't hire her because she was an AKB. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. So it's Joe earning a drama role, I think. I mean, it's a daytime drama. It's like a soap, so it's like for like housewives. I think it was like a half and half too. So like the first half was when they were in the past, and the second half is when they're in the present. So she's only in the past episodes.
Okay.
I didn't really watch it, so.
Me neither.
I tried, and it was like, this is too corny. But good for her. She got her own acting gig. She was on Gainin 3 for like the first few episodes. I think like people really liked her. But then
people were excited that she was back.
Yeah, she did a really good job. But then they didn't bring her back, so it's kind of like, oh, we want more Joe. But as you can see, Joe's storied history, her past, her future. Like, she's such an interesting character. I really want I'm really excited to see like what comes out of Joe.
We'll find out.
I don't say that about many members, but yeah, Joe, man, Joe's that X factor. So,
Okay.
all right. So we've talked about Joe for such a long time.
Now it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, let's get out.
That
of
was
here.
our show.
Let's get out of here. Time to get out. Abort mission.
Yeah.
Hit the
next
eject button.
next time on Takoyaki Party,
Dun, dun, dun.
we have a Momoka Oshi coming to join us so you can guess what our featured member will be.
Yeah.
It's Momoka, but
It is?
So
well, I don't know. Maybe she'll choose another Team M because she's a huge Team M fan.
Anyway, so our featured member, we'll introduce her next time. Until then, stay tuned.
Yeah, if you want to find us, follow us. If you want to find us, we're on Tumblr, we're on Twitter. Gmail's posted. Send us comments. Ask us questions on Tumblr. You can tweet things at us. Answer the theme. The theme again is what's your favorite costume. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. You've known us. I mean, we have a pretty small fan. Like I think our fan base like shrank, but now it's like really dedicated, so they actually like us.
Aww.
I think. So it's only like a handful, like maybe like 20 people, I'd guess. 20, 30 people.
That's enough for me.
Yeah. So you know us by now. Tell your friends if you think your friends should know about us.
Everybody should know about us. Have you heard me?
Yeah. Have you heard
my voice? Milk? My voice is as smooth as soy milk. Oh, I really hope people watch or listen to the whole podcast just so they can hear that.
Okay.
That was like my best joke ever.
I'm just thinking about the soy milk that like I got at this one store. It's like a specialty tofu store.
Oh.
Oh man, that stuff is so strong. Like I totally do not recommend it.
Okay.
Like you gotta be ready for it. It's because I wanted to get something for my vegan friend. I'm like, oh, he likes soy milk. Let me get this like super fresh soy milk, and it really tastes like soy.
Oh.
Anyway.
Good to know.
And it was pretty thick, like a milkshake, so it's not smooth.
I actually don't like soy milk. I mean, it's okay.
Strange revelations on the show. Okay, that'll wrap it up. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Stop record is the yellow one?
Yeah.
Cool.